Well, moments ago, the White House detailed a plan to reopen our schools as states across the country battle with teachers' unions on plans to get kids back in the classroom. Education Secretary Miguel Cardona saying this. Watch.
My priority right now is to safely reopen as many schools as possible, as quickly as possible. The goal really is this spring, we want our students back in school as quickly, as safely as possible.
Joining me now is Fox Nation host and Fox News political analyst Lawrence Jones. Lawrence, always good to see you. The catchphrase now from all these officials seems to be quickly as possible, safely as possible. I want to play this soundbite from Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and then get your response.
Now let me turn my attention to schools. One of the most enduring images of the COVID-19 pandemic will be the empty classroom. We need to get our schools to reopen as quickly and as safely as possible. Now, my Republican colleagues have made a lot of noise about reopening our schools, but they don't want to dedicate any resources to actually getting it done. We need money to do this.
The schools are safe. And the whole thing is when the science fit his narrative, it was fine. And now the CDC, they don't know what they're talking about anymore. You need money to open these schools, Lawrence. Your thoughts?
Yeah, because they take their science guide from the teachers union. The bottom line is to open the school safely is to open it up right now. There doesn't need to be a plan. Open up right now because the science says it's okay. And we've seen, Trace, across the country that even when we give them the funding to get the shots, the funding to get new air filters in the school, they still don't want to open up the school. So this is just a matter of the teachers unions not wanting to get back into the classroom. They want to reimagine education. And in the process of them reimagining education, we're seeing the health of our kids go into shambles, the mental health of our kids go into shambles, the abuse of our kids happening in larger numbers across the country. And what really hasn't been discussed is that these kids are going to be 6 and 8 years behind when it's all said and done.
But what I want to know is, do they really think that we don't know that there are hundreds of private schools across the country that have already reopened and have had very few cases, certainly no spreading events of COVID-19? We have the proof. We have the evidence, and yet we keep hearing from the teachers' unions, not safe.
I think this is the time where finally the teachers' unions overplayed their hand. I've been talking about school choice, competitive schools, and parents being able to decide what's best for their child. Some people got that message, but if it didn't really impact you that much, you didn't hear it. But seeing how the teachers union have run the Democratic Party and they're in the pockets of the teachers union, despite these kids suffering, I think it's finally getting a lot of Americans to wake up.
I got about 30 seconds left, but now the CDC is even talking about, you know what, 3 feet of separation might do the trick, and that would alleviate a lot of these. Boy, these teachers' unions would go crazy if the CDC said, go forward.
Yeah, as you know, they're not going to like this because, again, we're following the science right now. The teachers unions don't care about the science. They care about taking their vacations. Now, I don't want to disparage all teachers because I think there's a lot of teachers that I've spoken to that want to get back in the classroom. But these bureaucrats, the people that are behind the scenes with the money and all that, they don't want to be back in the classroom. And it's pretty sad that they are putting their pocketbooks, whatever they want to do, over the kids.
Lawrence Jones, always great to see you, my friend. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, my friend.